What's up, guys? Welcome back and happy Thursday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. Go ahead and check them out in the description to this video. They're linked there, as always, for you. They help make these possible, so I want to give them another shout out for helping us out with these videos. So we've got a cold front that's making its way through the upper Midwest right now, starting its journey down south, and it could help us out with some potential storms into tomorrow. For today, it's going to be hail chances through the plains, some through the southeast, some up north where that cold front is lingering, kind of all over, but Denver and Amarillo are in the risk for today, so we're going to cover all that. And then getting into tomorrow, DFW, you guys do have a risk that cold front will have shifted south, so we'll have a better chance of seeing some more organized storms, but how strong will they get and can they produce hail? Stay tuned, we'll talk about it. So, quick recap too, we are at the Atlas All-Stars Roofing event right now in Denver. It's at Coors Field, so if you haven't stopped by, go say hello. Justin is there talking weather with everybody there. And then into today, we've got, like I said, it's kind of all over right now. We got rain across the upper Midwest. We got some across the Front Range, some in the southeast. That's where our risk areas are going to be for today. Right now in the South Plains, it's just going to be these mountain storms rolling off to the east through Amarillo, some intensifying a little bit once this cloud cover moves out of the way and we get those sunnier skies. It'll be able to work off that heat and potentially produce some hail. Then up north, now we've got cold front forcing, so again, those two air masses colliding, that tends to help us produce some severe weather. So that's what we'll get after this moves out of Minneapolis towards the La Crosse region. We should see some storms starting to pick up steam a little bit and potentially get some severe potential out of that. And then through the southeast, more of the same picking up. You can already see those storms starting to make their way up through Tupelo, just north of Birmingham. And there's a little pocket of instability coming out of the Gulf through that region right now, so we can get some severe storms out of that. So, putting it all together here is our current temperature map, and you can see that cold front starting to make its way through Minnesota right now. There's that low, and it's going to swing that front down through the Central Plains into today and tonight, down through South Texas into tomorrow when we could potentially see storms with that. But it's starting to creep in to the upper Midwest right now, 62 degrees in Minneapolis, sitting in the 70s and 80s across much of the South. So with those super different temperatures, we should start to see some storms popping along that front. Here's a cold front tracker for the next 48 hours here. See that front start to move south, linking up with another low pressure that's going to kind of form off of the first one through the Central Plains, through Oklahoma. That one will swing another cold front off of it. And then check that out into Friday, moving down across the Red River, moving into the DFW region. And then we'll have more for the southeast for your Saturday with that cold front setup. So for today's storms, though, again, these are going to be mountain storms coming off into the high plains for the southern region. We got a lot of just heat down there to work with, so it's easy to get some storms through there. So looking at that setup, by around 3 p.m., so 2 p.m. mountain time, got some storms starting to roll off the mountain into the I-25 corridor, so Denver, Colorado Springs. You guys could potentially see some hail along with that, and then wind developing as they continue to track east along I-70. Then down into Texas, got some isolated cells forming in and around the Amarillo area. Now these have, again, plenty of instability to work with, and they're staying singular. That tends to mean some large hail for us down in that area. So watching Amarillo all the way up through Dodge City. The rest of the area gets going here into the evening and overnight. So hail and wind chances for the region as that cluster moves forward. Then for the Midwest, storms blow up pretty quick by around 5 p.m. through the La Crosse region. Got some bands, some isolated storms, so potential to see some rotating storms as well as some large hail. All risks really on the table with that as that system moves off to the southeast. So if you guys are in La Crosse or in and around Madison, that's when that should reach its max intensity, potentially get some severe weather through there. Then, last but not least here, through the southeast, by around 4 Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, getting some isolated cells, getting some bands and clusters, really all storm modes going here, but we have our best instability really through Alabama, so some of those storms could produce some severe hail into this afternoon and evening before everything really starts to taper off into the overnight hours, and just some scattered rain showers here and there for your Friday morning. So here's our significant hail model for the South Plains and for the Front Range area. Got those yellows on the map. That means there's a chance to potentially get some severe hail through those highlighted areas in and around the rush hour time. And then, things tend to start tapering off into the evening hours. Once that sun goes down, that really kind of takes away a lot of the instability that we need for surface heating. And so you see that significant hail model start to taper off too. But we've got those 3 areas highlighted here for you guys for your severe hail chances into today. So starting off with the southern plains and high plains there. If you guys are anywhere from Denver all the way south to Midland, Odessa, a little far a little far more south than that, you guys could potentially see some quarters to $50 through the area. Really kind of watching the Amarillo area and east. Got a lot of isolated cells tracking through the area, good storm coverage through there, got a lot going on, got some good instability, so we could see some hail, moderate chance for you guys, best chance to see hail for today, could see some hail reaching up to ping pong to golf ball size as well. Then up into Minnesota, Wisconsin, quarters to $50 with you guys. That band goes linear pretty quickly, but if you guys are in La Crosse, you have a chance to see some severe hail. And then low end for Birmingham and Montgomery today with any of those scattered storms as well. Then into our Amarillo city forecast. Timeline is going to be 2 to 11 p.m., so long timeline starting here soon. You're going to have, again, a lot of storm coverage, a lot of storms moving through. So we could potentially see some large hail up to ping pong golf ball size through there. Got a moderate chance of 1-inch hail. We kind of talked about it a little bit here, but I think mostly things are going to stay around ping pong to golf ball size because there's not a lot of forcing, but there is enough heating to get some storms lifting pretty good, get you some ping pong to golf ball size stones around the area. So that's what we got for you guys in Amarillo. Now looking at wind, again, all 3 areas have hail and wind risks, and then we'll talk tornadoes in a second here. But again, if Colby all the way down into Midland, Odessa, you guys could potentially see some strong winds, and then things picking up steam on the wind front as they kind of roll off the mountains through the Colorado high plains, so leaving Denver out of that for now. And then again, Amarillo just got a lot of storm coverage over you guys, so pretty solid chance to see some hail or wind into today. Low end for you guys in La Crosse, and low end for the folks in Birmingham and Montgomery as storms stay pretty scattered through that area. Then for tornadoes, now we're looking mostly at the area, again, where that cold front's tracking through and we have potential spin on those storms, a little more forcing, and then down in West Texas where things stay a little bit more isolated. So Amarillo into Wichita Falls for today, got potential for supercells through your area. So low end chance, but chance nonetheless. And then up into La Crosse again, you guys have all risks, hail, wind, tornado, low end, but all risk nonetheless. So stay tuned if you guys are in either of those areas today. Then for tomorrow, if you guys are in DFW, here's this one's for you. Got some instability through the area here, looking pretty good. So we talked about this a little bit yesterday. If you guys missed it, that's fine. Go back over it. We got some good instability from, just that classic Texas heating and that cold front that's starting to track through. There it is by 9 p.m. Looks great on the map, right? Got all those high colors, all those bright colors, good instability. But the issue is, that cold front's pretty diffuse. It's still pretty far to the north where that main low pressure is, so the forcing's not going to be quite as strong as it would be up north. And it's not really cooling that much with height down in Texas. So that means anything that gets lifted into the air isn't going to be able to freeze as quickly. So large hail might not be on the table for you guys in DFW tomorrow, but hail still will be a risk. So watching that for DFW tomorrow. Here's what we're looking like in storm mode as well on our future radar. You get those isolated storms forming, And again, there you go, DFW, 4 p.m., cells starting to move through your area, staying isolated. So you got that hail chance for sure into tomorrow. And then moving into Fort Smith, now we start to see kind of all storm modes going on. We got some clusters here and there, still got those isolated cells just south of Oklahoma City along the Red River. And that continues all throughout the evening and overnight. We still continue to see all storm modes possible. Isolated supercells, you got those bands, those clusters. So that means that all risks are going to stay on the table into tomorrow with those storms as they continue to track southeast along that cold front. So we got all risks for you. Got our maps here. Hail forecast is going to run all the way from parts of New Mexico into parts of Tennessee with that $1.25 to $1/2 size risk. But the largest hail going to stay where we have that higher instability, where we have those singular storms tracking through. Not going to put any red on the map quite yet because, again, it's just pretty warm in the upper atmosphere. It's really hard to get that large hail when it's not cooling with height, and that's really our issue for tomorrow. So ping pong to golf ball sized hailstones through parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and central Texas for tomorrow. The areas with the best chance of seeing severe hail are going to be Waco all the way into Fort Smith, possibly even Little Rock. Could see some large hail into tomorrow, ping pong to golf ball sized stones, but nonetheless severe hail through those areas. Midland, Odessa, all the way into Memphis. You got a chance, it's low, going to be pretty scattered through those regions, but you got a chance to see large hail as well. Then into wind, same area here, all the way from New Mexico into Tennessee, and we're really keeping it the same from Fort Smith down into Waco with that moderate chance, because again, we've got all storm modes. We got those singular cells tracking through, and then we got clusters as well. So you got a moderate chance to see high winds wherever we have the most storm coverage, and that's what we're putting out here today. And then Midland, Odessa into Memphis, low end chance for you guys on the wind front. Then 4 tornadoes into tomorrow. DFW, you guys are still in it. Same with you guys in Fort Smith, Waco, Memphis, Shreveport. All that area is going to be in that tornado risk tomorrow, low end across the board. Again, that's a saving grace is that low pressure system's pretty far from you guys. So diffuse storms into tomorrow, but still a chance for tornadoes. So we'll update you guys into tomorrow afternoon, see if Texas is looking any better for hail. And if you guys are along the high plains today into West Texas or parts of the Southeast, parts of the Midwest, everywhere, just stay tuned to your severe weather alerts and stay tuned to our pages here. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can see hit see first on Facebook, so you never miss a live videos. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245, email us at info@hailtrace.com, check out hailtrace.com for more details, or click the link in our description if you want a demo of our products. And for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.